Hello, sir. This is Calvin Brown, Sergeant First Class, retired. Well, hope everything's going awesome for you. My military career started in 1979 when I joined in Dayton, Ohio. I was processed in basic training AIT at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. First duty station was at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. From there, I was to Germany. I spent about 10 years there. After returning back to Fort Hood, I left Fort Hood back to Germany and spent some time in Oklahoma and in Washington State. Then back to Texas, back to Oklahoma, and my last 2 years were spent at Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington, where I retired as a Sergeant First Class. I left there and moved to Oklahoma and was going to go and went a different route. Then I still had the military bug. After meeting my wife, we suggested that I try JROTC. It would also keep me in uniform and keep me on the military side until it kind of faded out. It has yet to fade, though. After joining and being certified as a JROTC instructor, we have 5 years to get our basic degree, bachelor's degree. So I was able to go to school on my 9/11 GI Bill to get my bachelor's degree at Jackson State University here in Jackson, Mississippi. My First Lady Michelle Obama was, I guess, speaker, so that was awesome on double sides there. After that, I decided I wanted to do the administrative degree as a master. So I was looking around for different programs, and one of the representatives came to one of our military workshops and mentioned that particular school, and I was like, okay, I think I can probably look into that. But I was unsure if I wanted to go to state or did I want to go to the state here. So we decided that we would go to, if I wanted to go to Fort Hays State or if I wanted to go to Jackson State. So the information guy at the counselor at the workshop told me that Fort Hays State really supported the military, so that kind of like brought me in. So I chose to go to Fort Hays State to pursue this master's degree in this particular field of administration. Okay, my professional goals include working in some capacity as an administrator, not necessarily as seeking a principal position in an elementary. I would certainly like to be considered for an assistant principal position or either a dean of students. Since I am fully vested in the state of Mississippi in 4 years, I plan to work for at least about 5 more years. My personal goals, complete this graduate program, enjoy spending time with my family, volunteer for my community, and convince my wife to let me finally get a dog, and sell my present RV and perhaps buy the final RV that's going to take me on in. Leadership philosophy. I believe everything we do and every program we have must be aligned to support the students we are entrusted to deliver instructions to every day. Therefore, as a school leader, it is my job to vigorously guard instructional time and eliminate unnecessary distractions. A culture focused on students' achievement can only be built on a foundation where accountability and data are foremost. I believe professional development is the key to improving the delivery of instruction in the classroom. Training and providing the best instructional practice must be established and maintained. The goal is to make to make long-lasting change in students' achievements. Veteran teachers should be paired together to build, with young teachers, to build a school community of support. I pledge to perform my job as an instructional leader with the highest standard of ethical and moral behavior. I will continue to encourage dialogue with the members of the community, as well as the school growth. I pledge to cultivate the value of excellence for all students. Okay, sir, this is about my program of study. I only had 10 months left on my GI Bill, so I had to take quite a few classes each session, so I had no time to enjoy anything but your teaching. And everything's been a challenge. I mean, because all this is really new to me. Talking to you and them on this is really new. Education is new, so everything's been a task. A lot of late nights, a lot of no weekends, but it's been wonderful. Appreciate it. Okay, sir, let's talk resume. Calvin Brown, address, work experiences, United States Army, Waco Industries, Jackson Public Schools, as a security school officer, and now as Holmes County Central High School as a JRT instructor. My education is long. Valley View High School, Kilgore College as a firefighter, Green River Community College, aviation certification, JSOC instructor. I got certified for the JRT instructor, Jack State University, and Fort Hays State is where we're looking forward now. Meet personality and students and discuss course progress. Meet with students weekly to maintain study habits and improve quiz performance. My communication skills: work with colleagues to develop a cohesive, effective department, and support professional learning. My assessment skills: develop and grade exams from educational honors and awards, Golden Key, and International Honor Society, Dean's List. Military career training. My last job was Army Retention Transition NCO, where I kept soldiers in the military. Motor Sergeant course. And another of my honors as a military person, my highest was the Bronze Star Medal. One of my leadership skills is principal advisor to the commanders, Command Sergeant Major, and First Sergeant on all events that affect their unit retention. Okay, let's talk about the annotated bibliography. Summary. This particular one I found interesting: the frequency of assistant principals coursework in educational leadership programs. This survey exposed gaps between responses given by directors and the actual course offering in their programs. There's no programs for APs. There's programs to become a principal, but not to teach you how to be an assistant principal. And that's what this survey showed, that there was a need for this type of course. And the study revealed that there is a need for courses that addresses the roles and responsibilities of the assistant principal. Okay, here's Article 2 that I found interesting also, was the principal's role with IEP teams. Basically, the article discusses the individual educational program, which stands for educational students, and how principals assist in facilitating with students' plans in the IEP. The IEP is created by a team of teachers who are familiar with the student. This is a federal and state regulated program, and the IEP is outlined accordingly. The article states that it is important that the principal provides leadership for the IEP team through regular communications with the special education teachers, students, and their parents, providing professional development for teachers, staff members who need additional training in the IEP process. Principals are encouraged to be proactive instead of waiting only for problems to arise. Okay, activity log. Completed 37 activities for a total of 157 hours. I enjoyed many of my activities. I especially enjoyed working with the elementary school. That's probably where I would like to be at in an elementary setting. Elementary activity. The principal talked about a problem they were experiencing with students not knowing their bus numbers. Now, what I thought about was coming up with something that was color-coded to match the route. Okay, the bus numbers may change, but the route really doesn't. So we came up with a color-coded system that they would dismiss according to the color of the number matches that bus. So as students are dismissed, they are called out to their buses by the bus color instead of the bus number. Okay, this is during the walkthrough one of the parent conferences with the principal. Basically, miscommunications between parent and teacher. Teacher had a strong accent. Parent did not really understand. The parent was trying to make it about them, but always make it about turn the direction back to the student. Afterwards, the principal confronted me and explained to me how always when things get awry and you get in those types of situations and you're dealing with a parent, let the parent view their point, make their points, and then explain to them how everything actually goes, and that the time needs to be rescheduled so she could get a better understanding about what was going on with her child. District activities. I was provided an opportunity for a staff to receive technology training to maximize teaching and learning. I attended a district meeting on E-rate funds. Prior to attending this meeting, I was unaware the federal government provides funding for technology and technology upgrades in schools and communities. Okay, evaluation. Although I have not received it or to download it, I did complete my activity under the guidance of Mr. Victor Ellis. He was very helpful. Very helpful and encouraging. He started his teaching and career as a geography instructor also through Troops and Teachers. And I'm also getting some help from them hopefully soon too. He understands some of the challenges I face as a soldier becoming a teacher and a future principal. Reflections. It was a great experience. I was somewhat afraid of the unknown, but with the guidance of understanding professors in my courses, Dr. Moody, optimistic attitude with the e-portfolio, and my counselor, Ms. Amanda Frank, made it. Thank you to everyone from Mississippi to Fort Hays State University. I really appreciate it, and I'm very grateful. Thank you.